The happiest country on Earth, Costa Rica is known for exotic wildlife, adventure sports, and tropical cloud forests. Almost a third of Costa Rica is a protected national park, and the country has a fantastic reputation for green energy. The Costa Ricans have a standard of living that cannot be bought. It has been hard-won through their dedication to nature and the land they live in. One of nature's most amusing animals, Costa Rica is known for its sloth population. Costa Rica has two species, the two-toed sloth, and the brown-throated sloth, and both are equally adorable. These slow-moving tree dwellers are quite possibly some of the strangest animals around. Like the trees they dwell in, their fur has its own ecosystem, known for housing numerous species of moss and fungi. Camouflage for the sloths and a home for the moss. Bonus. If you have ever wanted to swim in a waterfall in a rainforest, Costa Rica is the place for you. You can find any number of beautiful Eden-like places nestled in the national parks in Costa Rica. There are many little waterfalls to be found flowing into turquoise pools full of exotic fish. One of the best and most visited, however, is the spectacular La Fortuna waterfall in Arenal National Park. A steep walk through a jungle full of toucans and monkeys leads to the bottom of the 200-foot high waterfall, a perfect place to cool off in the heat of the day. Costa Rica sits on a narrow corridor where the Pacific and Caribbean plates meet. There are 5 active and 200 inactive volcanoes in a long chain down the spine of the country. Although sometimes temperamental, the volcanoes in Costa Rica are popular tourist attractions, especially the volcano Arenal. Arenal is a live volcano, but it is surrounded by a ring of extinct ones as well. The Cerro Chato, a popular hiking trail at Arenal, leads up the side of an extinct volcano to stunning vistas over the rainforest. Sweaty, exhausted hikers are rewarded for their efforts with an enormous turquoise lake to swim in a volcano crater. The controversial shamanic medicine from the Amazon jungle is legal in Costa Rica. The world's most powerful psychedelic is known for giving very intense trips that can last for hours and is primarily used for spiritual healing. Costa Rica has an abundance of beaches and wildlife, so picking between places to visit can be difficult. The Isla Tortuga, however, ranks with the best. These uninhabited islands have been largely untouched and left to grow wild. A boat ride from the hip bohemian beach town of Montezuma. Many people choose to take glass-bottom craft out to see the fish and manta rays that lurk beneath the azure waves. If you are a keen scuba diver, there are 3 prominent shipwrecks on the seabed around the island. For those who prefer dry land, the thick untouched jungle features several rugged hiking trails. Hummingbirds are the world's smallest bird with the world's fastest wing beat. These unusual and brightly colored animals are usually hard to spot outside of the tropics. Costa Rica is one of the best places in the world to see them. There are 54 species of hummingbird native to their shores. These pretty, colorful little birds are fantastic pollinators and are attracted to Costa Rica's abundance of flora. One of the best spots to see them is the La Paz waterfall. Costa Rica is an international hotspot for surfing and its national team has won the World Championships multiple times over. Both the Pacific and Caribbean coast are great for surfing, although the Pacific coast is best for catching waves. Two of the best areas for are Witches Rock in Tamarindo and Ollie's Point in Guanacaste. Both feature prominently in the famous surfing movie Endless Summer 2. They are now important places of pilgrimage for serious surfers. On the Caribbean side, Playa Cocles is a popular little surf town. Many beaches along both coasts offer surf lessons for absolute beginners. Even if you don't like getting wet, watching other people bravely navigate the waves is a fun way to relax on the beachfront. Costa Rica is famous for its national parks, but Monteverde and Santa Elena are the most famous of them all because they are such a rare form of rainforest. Cloud forests are unusual because they are persistently covered in low clouds and require very specific geographical and climatic conditions to exist. The cloud gathers around the tops of the canopy, and you can walk through it on one of many rope bridges. These are set up across the parks so that you can hang out with capuchin monkeys and gaze down at ocelots. The mist and fog add heaps of atmosphere, and it's hard not to feel like an old-timey explorer while you wander across suspension bridges Indiana Jones style. Costa Rica is known for butterflies. There are over 1,000 species of butterfly in Costa Rica, but perhaps the most stunning and sought-after local butterfly is the iridescent blue morpho. This butterfly is regarded as a spiritual symbol, and legend has it they grant wishes to those who see them. An abundance of butterflies can be found across all the national parks, especially the Veragua Forest, in which at least 11 new species of butterflies have been discovered. Costa Rica has over 800 miles of coastline to explore, and visitors often find themselves torn between the Pacific and Caribbean coasts for the numerous virtues they both have. The Caribbean side also has its own coral reef and is a great place to go snorkeling and swimming with turtles, or for spotting tropical fish. Most people who head this way spend their time in the town of Puerto Viejo, a jumping-off point for Totiguero National Park, and home to a number of cool places to relax and listen to music. The Caribbean side of Costa Rica is less touristy than the Pacific coast and is good for peace and quiet. These adorable little guys are everywhere and they are not shy. The South American equivalent of raccoons, these creatures are less adored by the local residents than they are by tourists. You will see them quite often while hiking through the rainforest, but packs of them have migrated to the cities as well. They are here to steal your sandwiches. Costa Rica is wild, and it's a great place to get up close and personal with nature and do something that gives you a head rush at the same time. Adventure sports are in high demand in Costa Rica. Nobody seems to leave the country without at least taking a super fast zipline over the jungle canopy. Those who are braver may want to try a bungee jump. Whitewater rafting is another favorite, and the gentler rivers such as the Rio Balsa are great for whitewater beginners. More experienced and more nuts visitors will enjoy the Naranjo River, with its narrow canyons and wild turns. It is an exciting place to face the rapids. Canyoning is also increasing in popularity and is an amazing way to explore natural caves and waterfalls. The Isla de Coco, or Coconut Island, is a popular boat trip away from the coast of Costa Rica, and is known for its enormous schools of hammerhead sharks. Whether this frights you or excites you, it is worth a visit to the sandy island, once named the most beautiful in the world. Home to some lovely flora and fauna, it was also previously home to a number of famous pirates, including Captain Morgan of rum fame. The Coco Islands picked up the nickname Treasure Island for endless rumors of buried pirate gold. According to one story, a couple of pirates landed on the island, escaping the justice of the Spanish crown, and hid their stolen loot. The treasure has never yet been recovered, although heaps of people have tried to find it. Costa Rica is a great place to visit. The most famous are the hot springs located around Arenal volcano, known for its many picturesque hotels which weave seamlessly into the rainforest park. Many of the hotels have their own hot springs, and you can usually enter without staying in them, for a small fee. Perhaps the most luscious of them all are the springs at the Tabacón Grand Spa, which roll out as river across the resort. They look truly beautiful even if you don't have a dip in them.